I make no secret that I believe the average economist has his or her head in a place devoid of light. If you're interested in the details why I take this position, check out The Errant Economist on my website. The URL is displayed at the end of this video. But for the purpose of this video, suffice it to say that economists just don't get it. And what they don't get would be question fodder for the game show, Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? In the case of the average economist, the answer is no. Regardless, their proclivity for being correct only when stating the obvious doesn't stop them from being awarded Nobel Prizes. The latest example of this was brought to my attention by my other half, who enjoys reading the New York Times. For me, the business section of the Times is best defined as all the news that's unfit to print. But my disdain for the paper's economic contributions doesn't deter her from sending me links. And I must admit, like a blind squirrel, occasionally there's an interesting tidbit. This wasn't one of those occasions. The headline of the latest drivel is, "It's the economy, why some countries go bust." Notwithstanding the intriguing headline, I was leery of wasting my time reading the rest of the article. I was right to be leery. The brainchild behind the latest theory of why countries go bust is Daron Acemoglu. Mr. Acemoglu is an MIT professor and evidently a rock star in the economic community. The article first walked readers through previous theories on the subject. Adam Smith thought the freedom of the markets determined rich versus poor. Thomas Malthus blamed poverty and overpopulation. Well, I guess China and India are screwed. Keynes claimed it was due to the lack of technocrats. Well, now we know why we became the world's greatest economy. We have technocrats coming out of our yin-yang. And Jeffrey Sachs believed poor soil, lack of navigable rivers, and tropical disease were in part to blame. What do these theories have in common besides being stupid? Nothing. Add another to the list. Not because it's stupid, but because it's incredibly obvious. Acemoglu and his collaborator, James Robinson, believe that wealth is highly correlated to the degree in which the average person shares in the wealth. Stop the presses! He's on to something. Could that be why communism failed? Does it explain why capitalist economies generally outperform their socialist counterparts? I pay homage to Mr. Acemoglu. Next we'll hear he stumbled on a Bic lighter and discovered fire. Here's the best part. The notion of sharing the wealth was first put forth by Adam Smith, but it was ignored for centuries. That about sums up the economic community.